Welcome to Margaret being a Margaret. Dunkin' Donuts. It's Sunday. As you see, we had snow, finally. Wow, I feel like it's been since I was a kid. And enough snow that I could take the little one out and let her stamp around in it. However, no good deed goes unpunished. I didn't put her snow pants on, just her gloves, which gloves? And we did it, first time, 5 fingers. Wow. Put her boots on, her winter coat, her hat, her gloves. I knew we wouldn't be out for more than 2 minutes to stamp around. It was almost dark out. Yeah, we stayed out for 20 minutes and she was soaked. But she had a ball. We ran around in the snow like idiots. So that was wonderful. We had the snow Friday night into Saturday. 4 or 5 inches, enough to shovel. And I love shoveling for short periods of time, and that's what it was. Michael had gone out and done his big driveway, and I went out and did my walkway and around my car and shoveled off the car. It feels so good to have snow. 1 or 2 more times will be enough for the winter. Only because I've got to put her snow pants on her and go out there for longer. So let me tell you my saga, because there's always a saga. You know, I wanted green beans. Is that too much to ask? Went to Hannaford's, got a bag of green beans, already snipped on both ends because I'm just bloomin' lazy. Put them in the Instapot, but I set it on slow cooker, and I let it cook for a couple of hours because I like the green beans soft with salt pork. That's how my mom used to do them, and every once in a great while I need them. Let them cook. Finally thought, they don't smell real good. I opened it up. It smelled very metallic. I can't even describe it. They were soft. I dumped out the water, tasted them. They tasted horrendous, like metal. Didn't smell good. They weren't bad. They hadn't gone bad. I let Nikki smell it, and she said the same thing. Oh my God, that's disgusting. All the green beans in the trash. So now I'm feeling very frustrated. I just want green beans. I looked and I had 2 cans of green beans and the cream of mushroom soup. I actually had gone and picked that up that morning because that's all I needed. And the French onion that you put on it to make the casserole. Put the green beans in the milk, in the mushroom soup with some salt and pepper, mix it together. Opened up the French onion things, whatever they are. They were all matted together. They didn't look good. I looked. Expiration was 2023. How did I miss that? I've moved twice from the Dighton house to where I live now, from the cellar to upstairs, and those have made the trip with me, and I didn't realize it. Well, I thought, yeah, they're going to be okay once you put them in the oven. I cooked them, took them out. They tasted terrible. That one in the trash. Guess where I am? I'm down by the water. You know why? Because I'm going to Hannaford's. I'm not going to get fresh green beans, only because I'm having the tooth pulled tomorrow. And I'm going to get a couple cans of green beans, a new thing of the onion rings, and the soup. I'm going to go home and make that again. I swear I'm going to have green beans before the day is done. It should not be that hard. Yesterday I spent, which was Saturday, I'm telling you, I lost a day, or I gained a day. I don't know which. But yesterday I thought it was Sunday. No, today's Sunday. I only knew it was Saturday when Michael brought the mail over. So I spent the day, took down the tree, took down all the decorations, cleaned. Oh, that feels so good, doesn't it? And then dragged those tubs one at a time downstairs. It's heavy, especially that great big nativity scene. A couple more years and I'll have to beg Michael to help. But the house is clean. And then last night, Mike and Nick went to a party. They had asked if I would have squish. Of course I'd have squish. And I'd get her from 5:30 or so till they came home later, which meant I'd put her to bed. And she has the new bed without the crib rail. And she's happy. And she said in front of Nikki, I hated my crib. Validation. We played. It wasn't, that couple of hours wasn't enough. She took a shower. She played with her toys in the shower. We did our wind down. We sat in the dark and watched a little bit of Miss Rachel before bed. Went into bed very willingly. Got in bed and I kissed her goodnight and she started whimpering. I don't want you to go. And I said, honey, I'm going to be right in the living room. I'm going to lay on the couch and probably go to sleep. No. And she cried and she cried. And I can't handle it. And I saw no reason to. So we went out in the living room and laid on the beanbag bed. That was 9. She's supposed to be in bed at 8:30. Sorry, somebody just pulled in. 9:30, she's still awake. And I said, how about if we go back into your room, you lay in your new bed, and I will just sleep in the chair. Because she just wanted me near. And I'm not going to put my foot down because I don't care. 9:45, I thought she was asleep. I went to leave the room and she popped up like a cork in water and started crying. Oh, no. I thought, what is going on? And I said, what is going on? She said, I just want you to stay. Well, I said, Mommy and Daddy are going to be home within the next half hour. They're not going to be happy, baby, that I'm still with you when you're awake. And I had sent them a message saying, when you come in, please be quiet. We may be sleeping on the beanbag bed, which they were already going like, why? So I said, all right, I'm going to be right back. I just have to pee. And I went into the bathroom and I hear whimpering. I said, Squish, I just told you I'm coming right back. Yeah, but I need to pee. So here we go. Now she's wide awake. 10:15. I said, honey, I have got to go in the living room. You have got to find a way to get comfortable and go to sleep. And she usually takes, 20 minutes, half an hour to go to sleep. She just lays there and hums to herself, which at one point she was humming and said, you know what I'm humming? And I said, no. And she said, well, I can't whistle like Daddy, so I'm humming Silent Night. Went into the living room and she whimpered and she whimpered and she whimpered. And Michael and Nikki walked in and Michael said, what happened? I went, nothing. Nothing happened. She just doesn't want to go to sleep. Well, you're supposed to be the adult in this situation. And I went, yeah, I guess I'm failing. So they were not thrilled with me. And I said, the next time I babysit, I want permission to have her sleep in my house overnight because she's very happy to do that. She knows I'm right there. That's what she's used to. And when I left, went home, and they had gone in, and she was wide awake. So I don't know how long they spent with her. I haven't seen them today. But I think I'm in trouble. The sad thing is, there was no urgency for me, and I knew that I was doing the wrong thing. But she was talking, and we were having such a good time. I'm a good Oma, but I am not a good parent. I don't want to parent. There's still quite a bit of snow on the ground. It's only 30 out. That's why the big coat is on. And, that I had planned to, go down to the ocean yesterday. And that's when there was too much snow. Enough snow on the roads that was no reason for me to get out and go on the highway. And now today I'm over it. So that's my catch up for the last 2 days. I did not do the outside. Oh, you know what I did do? I'm going to put 2 big planters, the freestanding ones that are like 30 inches high, outside of my house for the spring. And I've been looking at them, but, they've been on sale. But I wanted to get the cedar ones. I think they'll last a lot longer. And they're open underneath, which I didn't care about one way or another. But not only were they 50% off, I also found a coupon online and got them for well under half price. So I still spent some money on them, but I got 2 5-foot ones. So I'm going to have 10 foot of planting for tomatoes and whatever else I want. Unfortunately, they'll probably be here next week, and I've going to have to drag them down cellar for the rest of the winter. I do have to get some blocks to level it and stuff. I'm determined not to spend any more money, and I manage to do it all the time. But that, I don't think I should need anything else. I just got my preliminary earnings from Social Security. I'm sure you all did too. And I have to read up on that. I've always had the business, so I've had to file taxes. And I'm going to ask a stupid question that I will look up, but do you have to file taxes on your Social Securities? Social Security? If you have the fast answer, you can give it to me, and if not, I'll look it up. The other thing is, on our Facebook page, I did mention, because somebody put up, Jan, is there anything you want to learn to cook in 2026 or cook better? And I put vegetables because they're not my favorite thing. I load them with butter, which negates the whole healthy part of it. Although, Gail, you made me laugh when you put, oh, I didn't know you need to put vegetables with your butter. Women after my own heart. And a lot of you had said the same thing. And I asked about, good ways to cook it, because I like restaurant vegetables just fine. And when somebody else makes them and seasons them. But I never like my own. Some people said, use your, not your Instapot, use your air fryer. I'll try that. Some people roast them, which I've done, and it just takes longer that way. So I'll try the air fryer. And everybody that I asked about seasonings did salt, pepper, a little garlic, and oil. When I do that, it doesn't taste wonderful. So I'm missing something. I'll take suggestions. In 2026, where I said I want to be healthy, I think that includes eating vegetables maybe once every 3 months. Yeah, I got to get real. Tomorrow afternoon is tooth pulling day, so I probably won't talk to you until after that, unless I take you along and let you watch them pull my tooth. Don't think so. So I hope you have a wonderful day. My wonderful thing is happening just by being out by the water, even though I'm not outside because it's cold. Just sitting here looking at the river, because this is where I grew up. So remember, something wonderful will happen today. Don't know what it is. Keep an eye out for it and pass it along so we all can enjoy it too. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I will talk to you before the new year. I'm done.